I'm just so aware that I'm like living in so many of my dwellers right now. Am I a control freak? Is that what I'm exposing myself to be? We don't have definitely about place yet. Does anyone else find it so hard to like get rid of their hijabs? Moving vlog 2023, let's go. Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to another vlog. I am in the electric car. I have literally just recovered from the most horrendous throat infection I've ever had in my whole entire life. Not to be too dramatic, but yeah, that's what it was. Alhamdulillah, feeling like 90% myself now, even though I still sound like this. I was going to take my camera, but I was like, I'm only going in for this. This is my favourite, the tuna crunch. Ended up spending £60. I did the worst thing possible. I went shopping on an empty stomach. That's the worst time you can go shopping. And to be honest, I tend to shop at like Lidl and Aldi. But then every now and again, like maybe like once a month, once every 6 weeks, I'll go to like Tesco or Asda and pick up like the more well-known brand names, you know. I do find that shopping at Lidl, I eat healthier at home, but sometimes it's gotta be done. So good. Next. I literally went in to get a meal deal and some eggs, and I left with Krispy Kremes. Oh, I did need to get a vest top actually for an outfit for next month. I'm going to enjoy my sandwich. What I'll do is while I'm eating this, I'll roll some of the clips of a decluttering process that I started. And basically I started with my beauty room. It needed it. It really did need it. And I actually managed to fill up like 3/4 of a bin bag full of stuff. Now I'm just like quite confident like that the majority of that room's done. There was obviously that big pile you can see, but I literally went through drawer by drawer. This drawer system my sister-in-law like helped me set up, and it's so good. It helps me stay so organised. I've got like all my jewellery at the top, then I've got like sort of bits and bobs, odds and ends that I need, and I know that's a drawer, like a useful drawer. And I've got a stationery drawer, a tech drawer, and then a hair drawer, and you can see like the befores and afters of all these drawers. Started off yesterday, made a list on the iPad of just things that I want to systematically get done, knowing full well that I'm not feeling well, so I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself to get things done like at a super speedy speed. Plus we don't even like have a definite move out date. We don't have a definite move out place yet, so I'm just trying to do as much as I can in the house while I can, and then inshallah when that's sorted, we know where we're moving to and I have an idea of like how much storage space I have, then it'll be much easier to like pack accordingly. But right now the decluttering process, like that's so important. So this vlog is basically a lot of decluttering. Moving vlog 2023, let's go. I basically just had a chat with Iqra, and he said that we need to try and get packed up and ready to move within a week. So it's currently Thursday the 20th of July. Panicking a little bit. No, I'm fine, honestly. Like I said, this is the 5th time that we've moved since we've been married. Inshallah, this will be the penultimate time that we've moved. And that's the only reason why it can semi-bearable to be moving about so much. I don't know many people in my real life who have moved as much as we have. But having said that, there's also people who move all the time and don't mind it at all. And I think if you're more of a minimalist, it's fine. However, this girl here, she is not a minimalist. So it is currently like 4:30 in the afternoon. I need to be at Iqra's auntie's house by 8 o'clock. So I have, you know, a fair amount of time to get myself semi-organised. Got my iPad here, and I'm going to do a plan of action. Basically, I want to do a lot of decluttering and then actually start unpacking within this vlog. Today, like I don't have a lot of time. We've had a lot of viewings today. I mean, we've been to a lot of viewings today, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But the main thing that I want to really get started today is the bedroom. So I'm just going to put here, bedroom. I'm going to plan out the rest of this, and then I will be back for a chat. Guys, I'm obsessed with the Rowan Trees vegan range, and this is a new like limited edition one I think I've seen. I think it's limited edition. We've got mango, passion fruit, pineapple, grapefruit and peach. Totally different flavours. Okay, that took so long, like legit it took half an hour. But I can't tell you how much clearer my head is now. I'm definitely the type of person who I need to get things written down on paper, or in this case iPad, and just like have a clear plan of action. This is a situation, right? So I was like, I need to sit down and talk to you guys, and I've given a little bit of an update on my Instagram, but obviously this is like the proper vlog. And like I said in one of my last videos, I've been talking about this move since the start of the year. We've been wanting to move for a while, but because we went through a private buyer, it was just such a process, and obviously the buyer has now brought the house, so they would like us out as soon as possible, and therefore we have been going to viewing upon viewing upon viewing. Today's been a very busy day with viewings. We have found a place that we really like. I love the location. Ideally I wanted either like a ground floor flat or a little house, like a bungalow type thing. However, because of the location, I'm going to be right near water, I'll say that. This was something that was also quite high up on what we both wanted. It's just making so much dua now that we get it, inshallah. Like, we're going to be meeting with the landlord over the weekend. Genuinely, I'm very stressed. I had a little bit of a breakdown yesterday on social media because I was just sick of people coming into my comments, my DMs, critiquing me and just having, like, finding an excuse to have a go. And I think because I'm stressed about this thing going on as well, it just like triggered me a lot more than it normally would, and it was quite a few people. I'm not gonna get into it now, like it was on my Instagram, but anyway, I'm quite stressed because this is the first time that we're moving and we've got like a deadline. We are very unsure about where the next step is, and that's been incredibly stressful. It's been very hard to book viewings. A lot of the companies want you to do like a virtual viewing first, and then they want you to come and see the property, and then applications are open at a certain date, and then the landlord chooses from the applicants. We are saying at least a year and a half, possibly 2 years, because the next step is a big one. It's a big one. We cannot wait to share it with you guys, inshallah, but obviously when the time is right. Because of all of this, right, because of the uncertainty, because of the lack of knowing, and even just the fact that like, because we don't know where we're moving, it's very hard to like visualize like how much space we'll have. Obviously, as is the case with any move, you've got to do a declutter. Today, my main focus is, in between family obligations and stuff, is to declutter the bedroom, organize it. I want to have a couple of bags made. There's I didn't realize this, but like our local mosque has a charity collection thing, so they're going to be going in there. I need to condense my wardrobe. I need to have a pile of winter clothes I'm going to be vacuum packing and only getting out, you know, when it gets much colder, even though like I'm literally in a long cardigan right now because we're in July and the weather is just doing its own thing. It's doing what it wants, and that's fine, whatever, it is what it is. We will be taking this chest of drawers with us. It's a really great handy thing to have. But the first thing I'm going to do is just go through each one and just get rid of things that we do not need, that have been lying here for way too long. And then I think what I'm going to do is keep the rest of it as it is, because I feel like whenever like my brother-in-laws and stuff like come and help us move stuff out, they will be able to like easily carry a drawer at a time. It's not going to be too heavy for them. And to make things a bit more manageable, I like to time myself on certain activities because again, I get very distracted. So I'm going to put a 20-minute timer on my watch. There we go. I'm just going to grab a charity bag and a rubbish bag for stuff we definitely do not need. And then I'm going to put you guys on a time lapse. I'm actually shook because apart from the top two, which are like smalls, that only took me 10 minutes. She makes me realize I need to just do that way more often, just go through quickly. Obviously with Bulgari's things, like I can't chuck stuff out because I don't know what fits him, what he wants to keep, etc. So a couple of things I just put on the side on the bed for now, and when he gets back home tonight I will ask him. To be fair, we did go through his t-shirts the other day and we put quite a few of them in the charity box, so I'm very happy with that. Right, I'm going to carry on with the smalls. You guys don't really see that, so I'll get on with that. And yeah, feeling good, feeling productive. I just posted my YouTube video, the Makeup on Mario one, and now I'm back to do the wardrobe. And I've got about an hour before I need to start getting ready, and basically by getting ready I'm just gonna put an abaya on. I think I can actually get these wardrobes done. So I've got a double wardrobe here. These cupboards are actually not that full, so they're not gonna take long to pack and sort through. Let me just show you the wardrobe. So it's actually not as bad as I was like thinking in my head, because you know, it's semi-fairly organized. This is all my hanging stuff, and then it gets a little bit more messy here. My hijabs are such a mess. I'm actually really bored of having them like this, but I don't think like moving in somewhere smaller is going to be able to change up too much. Let me know how you guys saw your hijabs. I'd love some inspiration. And then I've got this thing here which I use all the time. It's got like all my long sleeve undertops there, and then I've got my cargos and my jeans in here. And then I have this really cute Kodak jumper. It's time to smile. And then you pan down to here. This is a mess. This is like my home, like there's some of my workout stuff slash like just joggers and casual stuff, but this part of the wardrobe is an absolute mess. At the back I've got like stuff that I want to fit it back into, but it's just not going to fit right now and things like that. So I reckon this is going to take me about half an hour. So I've taken out everything that I have not worn in like a year slash more. That stuff is all here, and I need to take it off hangers and put it in the charity bag. I am not too unhappy with that, like the tons of stuff I've got hanging up, and I feel like there's enough space there to add like more things for when it gets colder. Right now it's time to go through this section. I've got this really cute thank you next bag, and these are all jeans that didn't fit me 3 months ago, and they're definitely not gonna fit me now because the weight is just gaining. So I need to like be honest and go through these and think, what do you really want to keep to potentially get into one day? Because just anyway in general, like it's really good to just go through and be honest with yourself and just not accumulate loads of stuff, she says, with a wardrobe full of stuff behind her. And then all the stuff on this pile is things I need to try on, which is a pain. I do not like trying clothes on. I'm very embarrassed to say that there's a lot of stuff here that like a lot of these leather trousers I don't remember wearing more than one time, if ever at all. This still has a tag on it, very bad. And I'm really annoyed by this one, Zara, and I literally, you guys, have never worn this, and look at it, just look at it. That is so annoying. So I'm gonna see, I don't think it's coming off. It looks like it's rubbed against like a black one and the ink's come off. I don't think that's gonna come off, so that's such a waste of money. Clearly leather had a real moment in the last few years, and clearly I thought that I was edgy enough to rock leather, or pleather shall we say, and I'm not. That's just not really my style. So I'm gonna try it on, and it's not just gonna be about if it fits, it's gonna be, are you actually gonna wear it in the next like 6 months to a year? If not, get rid of it. Stop being overly attached to stuff. So I'm gonna keep that pile there, and I'm gonna keep adding to it. How many hoodies is too many hoodies? I don't know. Like, see, with cream hoodies like this, it's from Primark. It's nice and it's cozy and it'll be great for the winter time. I actually don't need probably more than like 3, because let's be honest, I love my dressing gown and I would rather like just wear lighter layers and then shove a dressing gown on top. Let me know, guys, what are your tips for decluttering? Are you guys good at it? Are you ruthless? Are you consistent? I am neither of those things. It's got to be done. It's got to be done so that when we move, I know exactly what I've got. I know that I really want to keep those items. I think we're doing pretty good for time. It's only 6:40. That was a terrible angle to do time lapse, and I'm sorry for the 3 seconds that you had to watch that for. So basically what I've done is in this one I've put all my leggings, my workout leggings at the bottom, and then my tracksuit bottoms. I only have 2, one from Nike, one from Adidas, at the top. Got all my workout tops and vests and things here, and oversized t-shirts, and I'm going to empty this grey box and put that together so it's just a matching set. And again, wherever we move, they can just be together and organised and fine. I'm a little bit lost for words at how many hijabs I still have. Guys, let me know if you're a hijabi. Does anyone else find it so hard to like get rid of their hijabs? And does anyone else feel like, but maybe one day, maybe I will want to wear a purple hijab with pearls in it? I don't remember the last time I wore it, but here I am clutching onto it for no reason. I think these are all like my autumn winter colour hijabs, which, I mean, great. Like, as you can see, you've got a sort of summerish theme there. I mean, khaki always has to be in my wardrobe all season round, all year round. Again, like, why do I have so many hijabs? It's actually overwhelming. I do need to do a hijab massive declutter. Hey guys, so it is Tuesday and I have just got ready for a graduation photo shoot. My new vlog camera came today too. Today is a graduation shoot. It's only a mini shoot, it's half an hour. The family decided that they'd rather do it outside the V&A rather than Caird Hall, which is where most graduates get their pictures taken, which is fine with me. Like, at the end of the day, if you're paying for a mini shoot, you can choose where it is. And then I'm going to meet up with my old colleagues from my old workplace, and then we're going to carry on with the house. But I'm actually really happy because yesterday I managed to do everything on the list for the day, so I'm actually feeling like very positive with myself. Like, I managed to clear out 2 bags of charity stuff, which is brilliant. I need to run now because otherwise I'm going to be late. So see you guys. Really craving proper fish and chip shop chips and fish. Oh, guys, on a diet. I don't even remember the last time I used our oven. Obviously, honestly, our oven is so slow, but I feel like once you have an air fryer, you don't even need an oven, which is great. Guys, if it looks like I've been dragged through a hedge, I haven't. But I did have to come back and have a nap, and then after that I walked to a park that we used to live near. It's such a nice park. It was really good to get my steps in. Actually, I finally am near 7,000 steps, which is kind of my goal for the day. I know it's pretty low still, but it was so nice to see my two friends, like my old colleagues from the school that I used to work in, and one of them's had a baby and he was so cute. Baby cuddles are just the best. The other one has a 3.5-year-old who is Harsher's age, my nephew's age, and it's just, yeah, it's just amazing to see like how much she's growing and talking. Yeah, it was just so lovely. I'm glad I took that time out. The rooms, like even today getting ready, it was just so quick and easy, maybe because I just threw her clothes, but there was not an overload of clothes, you know. It was a good amount of clothes and I was easily able to choose what I wanted. I've got a clearer head now that I've done a wardrobe sort out, and I don't know why I don't do it more often. But yeah, just waiting for my food to cook. Walker got me a Pakistani mango today as well, which I'm so excited about. It's Wednesday. No, it's not. No, it's Saturday. Woo! Where did Wednesday come from? Just managed to get up and go to another mini shoot. Alhamdulillah, I've been really busy with mini shoot the last couple of days, and it was really lovely. It was like a couple who had just got engaged back in May. They wanted a couple of pictures just to, you know, mark this moment. It was very nice. Enjoyed that, then had a couple of errands to run for car, and now I am back home. Today's main job is the second bedroom, which is where we have all our Asian clothes, all our occasional clothes. Was keeping my like winter wardrobe and my summer wardrobe like in bags there. So I've already done my winter wardrobe, which is amazing. That's all been vacuum packed. I'm feeling pretty positive, even though upstairs is looking chaotic. But I'm gonna actually be opening my new vlog camera now, which is very exciting. So the rest of this vlog is gonna be on my new camera, which is so exciting because even like the quality that I'm getting from filming in this room at this time of night is blowing my mind. Like, I am so over the moon with it. But yeah, I can't believe I'm wearing a fur jacket, guys, and it's July. I just had to basically pop out and pick up my food. I don't know how many of you guys know this, but we have a takeaway called Cuckoo's, and alhamdulillah, we have two. We have one outside of Dundee and one in Dundee, and they honestly, I'm not even being biased, they honestly do the best smash burgers. I literally came home and I scarfed as much of this burger as I could, and now I'm like, why did you eat so fast? That was absolutely delicious. I really need that energy. So yeah, I've been upstairs before I left to get the food, and I'm happy because like all the wardrobes in our rooms have been decluttered and organized, as has the chest of drawers. I feel like with the bedside tables, we can just tape them shut and then have them carried like that, and hopefully they survive in the way, and then we can just slot them very neatly into a new bedroom, inshallah. My sister-in-law is so sweet, mashallah. She's like messaging me like, what, I can come over tomorrow, like after 5 o'clock, come and help with the packing. But alhamdulillah, guys, I think I've got it. I was like, what we're gonna really need help with is like actually carrying the boxes out of here. Honestly, I didn't expect to get so busy with like mini shoots and photography the same week that we were moving, but both of them are blessings, like getting busier. This is like the busiest season for me in photography. I feel like everyone wants a photo taken in sort of July, August, September time, so my calendar is definitely getting filled up. Also, my mum and my sisters are going to Pakistan tomorrow, inshallah. Please make dua that they have a safe trip there and get back safely, inshallah. My dad is already there and my brother will be joining them for a wedding. My cousin's getting married, and everyone did say like, you definitely should come, you should come, you should come. Mainly the main thing is that I honestly had no idea what was going to go on with the house, where we would be at. I don't doubt that Wakari could get the whole house packed up, but I know it would stress me out so much being in another country and knowing that he is packing up the whole house and not knowing how he's doing it. Am I a control freak? Is that what I'm exposing myself to be? I don't think I am, but I'm sure you guys can relate. I just knew that like there was a high chance that in the summer is when the house stuff would be concluded, and I just didn't want to commit to a long trip as well, because it's not like they're only going for a week. It's like a good, much like a 3-week trip. I'm not actually giving the keys till like another 2 weeks. So this room is a really massive bedroom. It could be a master, like that's the size of it. It's great. Just open this up. Da, 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 da. It's not as neat and organized as I would like, but first thing I need to do is take out a couple of outfits. One outfit for a wedding that we've got coming up in the first week of August, I think. First week or maybe the second week of August. And then a couple of outfits for like just family gatherings and things. One thing about like living in Dundee is that I definitely do wear my Asian clothes a lot more, because we just tend to have more family gatherings, family events and things like that compared to when we lived in Milton Keynes. So that's a good thing. It's definitely a positive. And then I have to accept the fact that wherever we're going to move, I'm not going to be able to have all of these lovely clothes hung up like this, which honestly makes me really sad, because the only reason why I've been wearing them and keeping so organized is because it's been out and hung up, and I know that for a fact. So yeah, let me know how you guys keep your Asian clothes, if you tend to wear them quite like occasionally. Like I know some people keep them in a suitcase, I know some people like me like hang them all up. If you've got the space, it's amazing, but obviously downsizing, you have to accept that you're gonna have limited space and less space, and that's just the reality of it. As you can see, I've got more handbags up here. I used to be bagaholic. I'm not as bad anymore, and now I would say in the last couple of years I'd rather sort of invest in better quality bags than get loads of bags on the high street. This one is always going to make me sad because it was not this weird grey colour. Actually, do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the colour that Mrs. Dursley was trying to dye Harry's uniform for the school she thought he was going to go to. Missy, that's what it gives me. And it was such a nice colour. My fault, I washed it with something that was darker by mistake, and the dye completely came off and went onto this. And now it's just this weird colour, but I've hardly worn it. I actually managed to put a lot of copper into the charity. Maybe like 6 quarters so far into charity, and then stuff that I really like but that is on the tight side right now, I put into this bag. I'm in a vacuum pack. I'm not taking too much stuff out. Just like when it comes to like sorting out English clothes, it's exactly the same. Why am I going through and finding stuff I've actually not worn in 2 years plus, and it's just hanging here gathering dust when someone else could wear it, go to a better home, and just not be like taking up valuable space. It's a weird feeling. It's like a freeing feeling, even though like I am a hoarder. I like trying not to be. We're here for our meeting with the landlord. Very nervous. Inshallah it goes well. The church is really nice, and she sees that we are a very reputable couple. It's a really nice area. It's the best place we've seen. We do have one viewing next week, but if we can get this viewing,
this car doesn't even fit in the basement.
We'll both be over the moon. We're driving Waqar's dad's new car, mashallah. It's very high tech with the parking. So we've had the meeting, we met the landlord. She is so lovely, so sweet, alhamdulillah. Like my du'as were definitely answered. I was so nervous to meet her, but she was so nice, and we actually ended up staying there for an hour. She basically like went through each room, showed us like some little bits and bobs that maybe needed to be fixed or whatever, and that she was aware of. And then she was just like talking to us about like how she feels regarding having tenants. She's like, I'm really not someone about rules and stuff, and I'm more than happy for you guys to repaint as long as it's not like a really strong colour or whatever, and you can put stuff on the walls if you want to, as long as you're like filling in holes and things. Like just really sweet. And then obviously it's not confirmed yet, but this door's not going to go up until it's confirmed anyway, right? But inshallah, like we're feeling pretty good about it. Just like get through the paperwork stage, and it's going to get cleaned on Tuesday. Alhamdulillah, really positive. Like had so much anxiety and worry about this, just making lots of dua that it all goes fine. But it is, honestly guys, especially the area, it's just perfect. It's beautiful. It's actually the area that we used to go for lots of walks on during lockdown. It's like a bit surreal that we're actually gonna inshallah be living there, and that will be like literally outside our doorstep. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like our last apartment I thought was gonna be like our last ever apartment ever, but we'd be over the moon if we got this and it all worked out inshallah. So yes, making lots of dua still. Happy Monday! I can't believe that this week has started. Just done my makeup and had to take my passport pictures, which I hope that they've come out fine. I've never taken my passport pictures at home before. I literally just used my iPhone. I hope one of these like works. It's so weird to me like not to smile, and in some of them I'm sort of like, I'm like, no, remember you have to like just stare ahead and give a straight face. Because I never ever pose like that. But yeah, I'm glad that's done so I can get on with my application. So I actually really need to film a couple of hauls, and I know it sounds like bizarre to like be wanting to film all videos in a very busy moving packing week. But the thing is, I need to get these things packed, but I know that if I pack them away now, I will be able to find them eventually, but it's just long. Like, I'd rather just quickly film the hauls, then get on with the packing, and then yeah, get on with that massive to-do list. But we've submitted the application now for the references and everything with the letting company. Obviously, like, alhamdulillah, yesterday the meeting went really well with the landlord. It's just a case of waiting now to see what happens. They did say that the work on their end will take at least a week, so potentially we can get the keys like early next week, which we just hope we can get them this week so we can start taking stuff across. But it's fine. Like, I'm still going to try and work towards my deadline on Thursday. I reckon it'll probably be more likely like Friday, Saturday by the time the whole house is packed up. It's going good. It's going good so far. So it's much later now. I'm actually like a day and a half behind. You know what, it's okay. A lot of photographers will take 4 to 6 weeks to get back with any pictures at all, but most of us, we do like to deliver some sneak peeks, and I like to do that for the most part like within sort of 2 to 3 days. Most of my clients that have, but obviously we're also moving. Wakara has just told me as well that he's booked a viewing in for a house on Thursday. And I was talking to my sister-in-law about it, and I was like, the pros and cons. The pros are that like a flat, it's just like generally it's a smaller area, so it's going to be easier to like take care of. That's the whole house. But the downsizing element is like, it honestly is stressing me out. And I know like first world problems, I know. I'm not stressed about giving stuff to charity, obviously. Like, it feels good in that aspect. But just in terms of like having to put stuff away for storage, I do love the flat, and I have like started envisaging life there because where the flat is, it's a really nice location. There's a lot to think about. The thing is like nothing has been confirmed, and there's nothing that's like in our hands as well. It's so just like we have to see what happens, we have to wait and see what happens, and I think that's what I'm struggling with. But I think I am going to end this vlog here, and this will be like part 1. There's going to be many parts of this, as you guys know, and I'm dreading to look at the footage because it's going to be so long. The annoying thing is that when you're like going through and sorting your wardrobe and stuff, and like just organizing clothes and things like that, the washing basket still keeps filling up as well. So I'm still doing washing as well at the same time as I'm also like trying to organize the clothes, which is just a lot. It's a lot, but like I'm just trying to say to myself, this is the last time that I'm going to be moving for at least a year, inshallah. And then after that last final move, that's it. There'll be no more moving on this scale. So yes, like moving is definitely one of the most stressful things to go through, for sure. Just slowly, steadily chipping away at it. I'm trying to like balance as well. Like, obviously, like paying my salars on time is super important, especially like when I'm not going out for a 9 to 5. There's no excuse anyway, but especially then, right? Trying to like stay hydrated. So I've just got a water bottle while I'm waiting for Fajr, and I'm just going to do a little bit of Islamic studying, which I talked about in another vlog, because I've not done that in a while and I'm really missing it. I'm really missing just like reconnecting on a level where I'm not just like watching vlogs or watching some TV show in the background. So I'm going to sit down here and take out about half an hour to do that, pray Fajr, and yeah, alhamdulillah, bedroom is nearly done. Next vlog I will show you guys. It is nearly done. I've got 2 boxes here, that one's full and the other one is half full. I'm just so aware that I'm like living in so many of my du'as right now. Like I am feeling the stress, don't get me wrong. Like the stress is definitely like all around me, but I feel like what's stronger all around me is just the fact that like massive sense of just gratitude and alhamdulillah, and that is what is honestly keeping me going and keeping me sane. And the fact that this is the second to last move ever, inshallah. Thanks so much for watching this video. I know it's been a very chaotic, very chatty, very all over the place. Even this clip is 6 minutes long. I don't even know how I can talk so much. Yeah, I will talk to you guys in the next video about what happens if we get the flat, and that will be up in probably like a week or so from now. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye.